What's up, YouTube? All right, so I've been in here searching. Well, not quite. I've been looking under these, so they're all stirred up. I didn't see any of the white babies on this. I wanted y'all to see. Wow. Through the phone, I could see a lot more white in that one, but to the naked eye, it doesn't look like that. Looking for some more white ones. I know there's going to be more because of what I found. And really, we're just going to keep looking all over. I'll zoom in a little. Get you guys a little bit past my shadow. Put in some shell. Maybe it's limestone, I'm not really sure. Some type of coral. But it was for the aquarium trade, and I guarantee there's calcium in it. I got these guys all over the place. Where I found the white ones before was on this. So I like to look in all the cracks, but this thing has some a lot of crevices all over it. So there's not much I can really find unless they're out. Magnolia pod's another good spot to look. Oh, look at that one right there, right there. So here's one. Let me put the phone down and pull that out. All right, so I do as best I can, just tap it off. But there it is, there's a baby white one right there. That thing's not gonna darken, not with those markings. Man, I know, dude, there's gonna be so many more in here. You can see that mite on this guy. So this is the same container I had the scorpion in that I lost. And I believe those mites contributed to their death. You can see a lot of them in there. Unfortunately, even though I moved all these by hand, those did not come from the seller. They came from whoever I got the scorpion from a couple of years back. And even though this tank was cleaned and left, clearly there's still some in here because I don't have these mites in any other tank. It's only been in the tank the scorpion was in. Anyway, I'm gonna pull that baby out and put it with the others. So I believe, let me try to stabilize. I believe this other one's a white one as well. So the bigger one's the one that we found a second ago. This other one, it's hard to tell at this size because they will darken, but most of the purple are showing it at a small size. So I think that's going to be a white one as well. If not, I can always move it back from the other enclosure. All right, I haven't put the other ones in the container yet. I'm still kind of looking around, trying to hunt for really small ones that aren't showing purple. I'll have an example. Right down here. Look at this. There's another one. Oh, and you can see the purple ones next to it. So that's a good example of how when they're small, they will be showing the difference in color. Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all were on that focus, but that is going to be another. Except I may have mushed it. Maybe not. It's just the way he's laying. I could be wrong. That one might change. He's showing still some purple. It looks like it. Maybe I'm wrong. But the other two are a little bit different. Interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to end up moving these and then washing my hands before I put them in the other enclosure. Here's another one. So I'm going to have a lot more coming out of this before I'm having babies from the others. Pretty sure this is not going to darken ever. Now these are a lot smaller than the ones I was pulling before. But I'm positive these aren't going to darken. Really, just keep moving around this stuff. And they're all hiding in it. it's not that thick anymore because they've been eating on the grass that I had in here. And I had a bunch of leaves, help retain moisture underneath. Right here I created a little hole. And so I keep this here to retain moisture underneath. You can hear the rocks snapping. I got a rock on this corner so it doesn't bury itself down too much. And like I said, I just added this. And you see them all hiding up in there. But we're not gonna move around too much more. Found what I did. So this looks like it adds 4 more to that group of white ones that I've recently collected. And we're keep doing this, keep searching for more and more. Eventually I'll have a whole nother colony of just whites. And my understanding is if the wool albino breeds with an albino, it's going to create an albino 100%. So maybe I won't see any purples born out of these, but I'll definitely pull more of these out of the purple group. And if I keep removing them, eventually I'm going to stop seeing them because the parents will die, genetics will get weaker over time, and by not letting it reproduce or continue to reproduce. Eventually I should be back down to a purple. Maybe not 100%, but we could get those odds really, really, really low. I mean, you see already they're super low. I'm getting a few darker ones like that one. Has more of a brownish head. I'm starting to see that one as well recently. So I'm gonna keep an eye on things. I mean, since I bought these, I've pretty much just let them do their thing. These little mites will move around if you don't wash your hands. If you are involved in one enclosure and then move to another. My other enclosures seem to be pretty non-existent of any mites, but these in here, I guarantee it's because of this corking, styrofoam board background. I guarantee that's how they survive, because you can't really, unless you dump bleach in here and just let it sit. I mean, I don't remember how much bleach I used, if any. Definitely used Dawn. I used Dawn on everything, but whatever. It's what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna put these guys in the other container and wash my hands, and I'll give you a look at that. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move all these to another container that is clean. You wanna make sure you don't move any mites. Springtails aren't a big deal, but it's easier if you just don't have those as well to try to look through. So I'm gonna move these. I can't really do it on camera. I have washed my hands to make sure I have no mites. I'm gonna transfer and moving forward. I like to believe this is pretty successful. I got them in here. It looks like no little mites. Yes, there are a few springtails. It's just what it is. I use tweezers to tap these guys in here. Alright, so we're gonna put them in with the whites. I labeled it White Purple Ghost because officially I would say the names are wrong if this is a Archangeli. We'll just dump them in, keep them close to the parents. We'll put them on this one. Not much to it. I mean, really, that's all selective breeding involves. Just moving these things around. Generally, you want to work with pairs. It's more reliable. And I'll explain with this situation here, because this container, putting it over here is a task too. Actually, I've had it open, but I closed it earlier. I've been trying to get it to air out. All right, so these right here. Are the yellows I've been working with. And you can see a lot more babies. You can see the parents right here. I use yellows from all over, and so now I'm weeding out a lot of the albino or the white color, the magic potion style, and other colors as well. It's just because the way I branched was into multiple containers, and then I converged all those branches back together again. So certain genetics started separating, but resulting to maybe the same look with different percentages behind them. And so I think by putting the different containers together, it put different percentages together again. And so therefore I'm having to basically backtrack in creating the colors I want, versus this was all of the containers. Like, these are the first 4 containers tied together where I've got yellows in here. I'm starting to see more splash, yellow splash on pretty much all of them. And that's just been natural happening that way. I mean, I do take those that don't show out. Oh, there's a white one. I'm still getting I've still got a few white ones, but I've almost weeded that genetic out too, just by removing them and not letting it breed forward. I look through these things. Actually, the past couple of weeks I've been doing this a lot, like daily in here. And not just spending 1 or 2 minutes. I mean, literally pulling things like this out of every one of my containers, trying to get the white magic potion out of anything I've used it in. I don't want to see it anymore. And it's only been what's on this shelf, this container. Those are real magic potion, Japanese magic potion. All of them up here are. And the only other thing up here are my zebra. These are I only have 2 Cubaris, rubber ducky and purple ghost. And that's where the white came out. So hope you guys liked this. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. And I hope I'll see you guys again.